remember waking up at 6 a.m. one day to the abrupt emanation of a mechanical whirring and clanking from my closet. I considered checking out whatever it was. Just my luck, I happened to keep around an aluminum baseball bat in my room. In all truth, my room is a mess. There were books, textiles, electronics, and blankets covering the floor. It wasn't the worst that could happen. One could walk and not end up with paper engulfing their toes, but that didn't mean it was a clean floor. I kept stuffed animals, clothes, and a box of old photos and trinkets I had collected. I wrapped my fingers tightly on my bat and slowly walked towards the closet. My legs were cold, but I didn't mind. You see, I don't wear pants when I sleep, just some underwear and a t-shirt. Upon opening the closet door, a strange red light shone out. It covered my eyes. The light hurt, as my eyes were not adjusted to much light at all this early in the morning. I blindly lugged my bat at whatever was in the closet and hit something metallic. The metallic thing let out a fuzzy, corrupted noise. I nearly jumped upon this and fell over from the sheer terror of there actually being something in my closet making those noises. I felt something. 3 cold, metallic things curl around my leg. I slammed the bat down again, letting out a brief shout upon the sudden grasp. I hit something. It was metallic yet again, but I wasn't certain what exactly it was since I couldn't open my eyes. I heard and felt the metal graspers jerk back off my ankle. I reached onto the surface of the counter and lunged, attempting to shove my bat into whatever this metal thing was. I tore into the wall, having missed in my blindness. That'll cost something, assuming I survive this. Whatever this thing was grabbed my waist with its metallic graspers. I heard a shrieking noise, not unlike the corrupted one from before, and nearly dropped my bat, before launching a bash onto the thing. It shrieked again, this time leaving my ears ringing. I could see the red light fading through my eyelids, fading as the graspers fell limp. I pushed off the thing, my skin cut, my shirt torn. I slumped out of the closet and fell. Like bowling balls hitting the floor, I dragged myself onto my feet. I began to limp out of my room, opening my eyes. I took my cell phone from the top of my bedside table and dialed 911. 911, what's your emergency? Chirped the operator on the other end. Yes, operator? There's some sort of... I turned to the closet and went to turn the light on, finding a big silver machine. Hard to describe by my current means, but it had a face and lots of gears. I went back to the phone. Machine in my closet. It's dead. I contacted 911 after it intruded. I see. What's your location? The operator asked. I answered with my address and followed it with, currently standing over the limp body of a metal thing. All right. And this thing, did it attack you directly? She asked again. Yes. I beat it with an aluminum bat I keep in my room, I responded. I have the bat with me. I'm not in any danger anymore. At least, I think. What's your current status? The operator asked. Minor cuts on my waist, chest, and legs, but I'm just a bit shaken up other than that, I told her. All right. We'll be allocating resources to your location. Please stay where you are, on the line, the operator said. I sat down on the floor and waited, wondering how long I would have to stare at this silvery thing. I've been trying to sleep for the past 5 hours, but it just won't stop staring at me. It sits in my dark and wide closet, which is only about 2.5 meters away from my bed. This happens every single night. It just sits there, with its big and round eyes, staring. Its body is thin and pale, and it never makes a sound. What scares me the most is its wide grin. There's nothing too particular about its teeth. It's just a wide grin. It's not a happy grin or even a cheeky grin. It's more like the type of grin one would make before doing something bad, knowing full well they weren't going to get caught. It's the grin of a psychopath. It's only there during the night. It never comes out, and it never, and I mean never, blinks. Honestly, I just wish it would stop staring. I haven't looked it in the face, and I'm also not going to look it in the face. After all, that would make things terribly awkward in the morning when she wakes me up to go to school. I am a female, and I was 16 at the time of this story. It was summer, so school was already out. My parents were hardly ever home since work kept them away. My little sister was staying with our grandma. I had decided that night that I didn't want to be alone, so I called a couple friends to come over. While I was waiting for them to get here, I had gone up to my room. As I walked in, I got a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach and felt as if I was being watched. Now, mind you, I was completely alone in my house, upstairs on the second floor. I brushed it off, thinking it was just my imagination. I walked into my own bathroom to find all my hair products and jewelry on the floor, and the window wide open. That's when I started to panic. My first thought was that there was an intruder, and I ran to get my dad's rifle in the closet. I kept it by me while I hid in the living room behind our couch. After a half hour passed, I started to tell myself that I forgot to close my window, and the wind knocked all of my stuff off my counter. My door was knocked on, and a wave of relief washed over me. I ran to my door and opened it, only to find no one there. I slammed the door shut and started to panic again. Was some jerk messing with me? Or was it something else? I didn't want to find out. At that time I was thinking, where the hell are my friends? Just when I took my phone out, I heard a faint laugh coming from my room. I sat and listened to it for a moment. It sounded like a little girl's laughter. Of course, that just freaked me out more. In the movies I've watched, this usually means get out of there fast. But the laughing abruptly stopped. I was so scared I really didn't know what to do. Just when I thought it was over, a huge bang came from the kitchen. All the pans had fallen off the pot hanger. I was scared. I couldn't move. Then I heard the little girl's voice again, though this time it was right behind me, and she whispered, "Help me." I turned so fast I could have broken my neck, and surely there was a little girl with a blood-soaked white dress. I can't tell you how fast I booked it out of there, never looking back. I stayed outside until my friends got there. I ended up going to my friend Shala's house. I never went back to that house again.